planning on this shit and just go. Um, so what I wanted to do
Just tell me when you're ready.
is
Oh, we are now live.
cool. Yeah, that's cool. Live. Um, I think we both can agree that we're very interested in cryptocurrency, and it's the future, and it's already here. And there's just so many people that are behind and missing out on easy money.
Oh
And
man,
we wanted to make this channel and a series to just tell it straight, like no selling, no planning really, just what's going on in the world of crypto and how are we making money with it, period. And whoever wants to keep learning and watch, ask questions, we'll answer them. Would love to get it to a point where we're like inviting cool people on to teach us stuff, because like there's no way any of us could cover everything. Um, Both of us have strong internet marketing backgrounds. You've actually kept with it.
yeah,
I told it to go shove it up its ass.
yeah.
But the root always comes back to money. Money, 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 money. How do we make that money?
Really
And
does.
I don't know anything that's more simple than this shit. I really don't. Like I know there's trading and stock exchange and stuff, but the problem with that is there's so many big players in that game, and there's a lot of speculation, and there's a lot of things behind the scenes where the puppet masters really have control of the strings. Whereas this is just a bunch of nerds who made up some some computer code that makes money, and it just blew up. And I really do believe that the big industries like the Visa, MasterCards of the world, um, and the banks and the government, they're all just lagging behind.
Oh,
They're
they're
like,
shitting their pants right now. Is
yeah,
is what's happening.
hey, let's throw some plans in to start taxing people per trade on cryptocurrency, but we have no way of actually tracking it. So just be honest and tell us.
Yeah.
But we talked about this too. You know what? This is one of the things where messing with the tax man, not really a good idea.
No.
Um, because they're gonna one way or another figure out how to track it. If they don't already have a way already. So just start out the gate fresh, you know. So yeah, I don't know how often you want to do these, Dave. I'm down for whenever you feel like it. Um, and likewise, if you feel like jumping on a call.
Yeah, man.
Um, I wanted to just kind of uh, share some coins that I'm in, and I don't know. I'd like to throw some blanket predictions just for something to maybe like at this time next year come back and be like, "Yo, we're so on that," or not. Um, I want to actually hold on. Let's see if I could share my screen here. Because you brought up some strong points about one thing that I want to talk about. Let's see if I can share. All right. Can you see that, buddy?
Sorry, I was just checking my Blockfolio app.
That's okay. That's what I was looking for. I want to find a Blockfolio version on PC or like laptop.
But now, how do I go back into this? Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, for the laptop would be sweet. Yeah, I can see the screen. It's on my phone, so like I'd have to turn it sideways to like actually see it, but I could see it.
Cool. Let's see if I can zoom in more. So this one coin, because we're from Canada and we like weed, and it's going to be legal this year. I
Yeah.
think this one's going to go crazy. just people literally would be like, "Oh, wouldn't it be funny if we made a pot coin?"
Right.
And then they check and it already exists. And the crazy part is this actually came out in 2014, about the time that Bitcoin came out.
Oh,
Um, and almost at the end of 14, it had a spike. Um, and then it just fizzled. And then, like all coins, starting in this year, in 2017, it really started to become worth something. It hit 2 pennies. It went from 1 penny to 2, doubled. And now it's worth 57 cents
holy fuck.
from being at 2 pennies in May.
Just imagine if you bought like, yeah, 10,000 of them for like $10 or whatever, right? Or
Yeah.
$100 for 10,000 or whatever it converts to.
Oh, I have a buddy named Carlin, and he bought like almost that amount. He bought like 11,000 back when it was probably, tenths of a fraction of a penny.
Oh man.
So he probably has like 300,000 or 400,000, which makes it worth like half that. So he's made 6 figures from this stupid coin that was worthless before. So
Brings us to a point here. Why don't you tell our lovely viewers, if anyone ends up watching this video at all, I think our channel will get traction as we continue to go. I don't really expect anything from these beginning videos. But go
no,
ahead and tell people about the little ICO that you got in on. What was that? A month or so ago?
yes. So our baby Electronium,
Little baby
uh,
girl.
ETN coin.
Ooh.
Um, had a friend that told me in end of October that this coin was going to blow up because of one reason, that it was going to be the first coin where you could mine on your phone, mobile mining. There's a few out there now, but it was the first one to announce that that's even possible. And so I got in. It was an ICO, initial coin offer, and basically got, I think, 25,000 ETN coins for, I think, $80. And now that it went live, it's hovering around, what do you say, around 8 cents right now?
Yeah, she's peaked at like 15.
Yeah, when it first came out, it actually, yeah, about 18 cents. And what happens if every time a coin gets launched on an exchange, everyone just dumps it? They just sell it. And then they get in around here when it's 2 cents or a penny or whatever. And then you joined in, in mid-November or end of
Yep.
November? And then
Yep.
what price was it at then? Like 2 pennies, 3 pennies?
So I tracked it all down.
Yeah.
Because first off, my little mini story was I didn't really, just like pretty much everyone else, I've heard of crypto. I think it's like, fuck, man. It's so similar to like making money online. Like everyone's heard of it, but you don't
Mm-hmm.
really believe in it,
Yep.
until you like actually do it. It's like, oh, making money online, even though fucking people are making money online. You know that for a fucking fact.
Yep.
But when you hear about it, it's like, oh, that's some scammy shit, never work for me, or no, fuck that. I ain't gonna fuck around with that, wasting my time. So I heard of Bitcoin, and I kind of thought of the same thing. I was like, well, I know people are making money with it because I see it almost fucking daily on my Facebook fucking feed.
It's
Well,
just
pretty much
flooded.
fucking daily. Oh, like dozens of people fucking every day on my Facebook feed. And then it was you, because you and we've known each other fucking long time now, like 8 years or some shit like that.
Yes.
So we've done projects together, partied together, all that fun stuff, and I trust your opinion, just like you trust my opinion. So it's always good to have a second opinion. But
Of
like,
course.
like when you were first telling me about it, I was stubborn. I was stubborn in my head. I was like, nah, fuck that Bitcoin stuff. I'm not gonna get into that. And then yeah, fucking I got into it and like my shit just fucking started going up like right away. Fucking I got in at 4.5 cents, and then I got in at like 5.5, and then 6.5, and then like 7. But there was like a period where I was just like buying it every fucking day as much as I could. Uh, what Coinbase would allow me to, um, which is another thing. Coinbase, fuck you and your stupid fucking limits, assholes.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Oh, it's fucking dumb. And their fees now too are fucking they robbing you. They fucking robbing you. It's like $20 to send. In retrospect, if you go and try to send like a bank wire or some shit like that, it's going to be like way more expensive.
Yep.
But if you're doing this shit all the time, like we're fucking doing it, it's like it's a lot. So my philosophy, I'm pretty sure like your philosophy is just buy as much as you fucking can so that when you transfer it once, you only get the feed. You only get slapped up with the feed the one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got in at 4.5 cents, then 6.5, then 7, 8. And now she's sitting around 10. When I had it, she mooned at 15, but everyone's saying that it'd easily go to $1.
Mhm.
So I'm just fucking holding my shit until it hits that dollar, essentially.
I agree.
And
It's
maybe you can do it.
you know, it's one of those things where so many coins have been able to pull it off with much less. Like they're not offering really anything. It's really what people with big bank accounts um, can get in on this and why. And I think it has a lot of potential. I do believe it'll hit $1. What will happen after that? I don't know.
Yeah. I think
But
I think it has potential to go even beyond a
oh
dollar.
yeah, the market cap alone. If I think right now it's at wow, just in the past 24 hours, 4.2 billion. Sorry, $4.2 million worth of ETN has been traded. And there's a market cap of 414 million, which is 30,000 Bitcoin. So 30,000 Bitcoin of Electroneum is being held right now or circulating, being bought and sold. And if you look at Bitcoin itself, I think it's like 100 times that amount. That's what people are getting the prediction that if it gets to about the market cap that Bitcoin has currently, then it should have 10 times the current price at a buck. So getting to the $5 mark is possible, but what happens with that is the big boys really are going to be buying it at that price are thinking that it's going to go 10 times that price, which is really unlikely. So realistically, I think the minimum is going to be between $1 and $5. It's going to be in that range. It's going to be this year. So I have to really just we're going to talk about ETN all the time.
Yeah.
I wanted to just quickly. I always look at their Twitter because they always put some news on there, and every time they do, it spikes. The price goes up every time. So that tells you that like people just trade on the news.
Dude, when fucking John McAfee made that fucking tweet, it moved,
That's when it went to
man.
15. Yep.
It went from like Bitcoin value like 8, or no, it was like 5. It was like low 5s, and then it like mooned to like 7, like high 7. It was like 770, 780.
Yeah. Yep.
Just off of one tweet, and that's the first celebrity endorsement. And like, it's understand people that this coin is only on one motherfucking exchange right now. Just one.
Yes.
Just one. As soon as they get on other exchanges, which will happen because these guys are serious as a motherfucker. It's, people are going to dump, but then it's going to be traded a shitload and then it's going to go right back up again.
Yep.
And, the volume is just going to explode and it's going to explode. Every single exchange, buy during the dump. Like what I did when it went live, and I'll probably do the same thing as soon as I know that they go live on another exchange, is I'll probably sell all my fucking coins for like the day before or something like that. Wait for the dump and fucking buy again. And you could nearly double or at least 50 times their coins by doing that. But that only happens not very often. So you gotta actively prepare for it.
Oh, absolutely. And I think there's so many people who I think there's at least 10 big heavy hitters still that could be popping in a prediction for Electroneum to make it go up more. If we look, I think that there's a few almost guaranteed exchanges that it's going to hit. Hit BTC is one. Polynix, Evercoin, and then the last one that they applied to before they shut it down for checking hacks was Bittrex.
Oh, I can't wait for Bittrex.
Yeah, there's like 100 times more volume than crypto. Was it Cryptomania? Cryptopia.
Yeah.
So it's let me look. I always like to check Twitter. You get a lot of news from there. Yeah. There's lots of talks about it going on Hit BTC, which would still, I would say, bring it up to a quarter, like right out the gate.
After the dump.
Exactly. It's a good thing to get listed on more exchanges because all it does is it's like, oh, it's more expensive here. I'm going to go back to Cryptopia. And then all that does is it brings the demand up. And then what happens is it hovers, on all the exchanges at a very similar price. Like that hemp coin right now, it's actually only on Bittrex. That's surprising. Let's look at Ripple. Ripple is on it's on 92 exchanges.
Holy shit.
And the price is average.
Just this last week, Ripple took over Ethereum.
Yeah.
Which is huge. Because it was Bitcoin number 1, Ethereum number 2, and then Litecoin.
Yep.
Now Ripple is number 2.
Yep.
So it's Bitcoin, Ripple,
Ethereum,
Bitcoin
Cash. Litecoin dropped down to 6th.
Yeah, Litecoin's taking a little dive, which could be a good thing. It's always, if you look at the charts and you see, like, for example, I only look at like the Canadian value of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So I like the peak, which was only like 2 weeks ago, was like 25 fucking grand. I was like, holy shit. And now it's like 16. So it's like seeing the peak, and it's not always true. I believe it will happen with Bitcoin easy, I believe that it will go back up to that volume and that height again and probably exceed it.
Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%.
We'll see new heights for Bitcoin this year.
Oh, yeah. When it gets out of this little side action on the 16 price range, I think it's going to go up to 25-ish, closer to 30. As soon as it hits 25, people are going to pitch it to go 30 and then drop all the way back. It's just going to keep doing that ride. But I think the next dive will be in the 20 range. So yeah, it's going to get crazy. But yeah, Ripple. I have a lot of regrets with Ripple because in the summertime, it was like fractions of a penny. And I have a trade history in Bittrex that shows I got a signal and I bought like 11,000 of them or 8,000 of them, 9,000 of them, and then sold it like an hour later after it mooned a bit.
Oh,
and
but
then I never just got into it again. But there's this CNBC, the TV station.
yeah.
They have their own crypto station now. It's called CNBC Crypto.
What?
And yeah, hold on, see if I can screen share this.
So we'll tell everyone right
But
here
yeah,
some things, some sites that you want to bookmark for sure is what are you using right now? You're using so Coin Market Cap.
yep,
It's definitely one that you want to get in on. Whatever your preferred exchange is. The cool thing with Coin Market Cap is it actually shows you all the top coins. It shows you like a little brief overview of what the charts are. It shows trending coins, which is pretty cool. Shows big losses, big wins, percentages, all that fun stuff. And now another big huge, and this honestly, this has been a fucking game changer for me. Is you want to download Blockfolio? That thing
yes.
is fucking sick. It's fucking sick. It is so sick. You know what pisses me off, bud?
So,
Ooh, pisses me off. So okay. So me and Anthony here, we got like a little New Year's day trading challenge that we started.
yes.
We started 2 days ago. Like we said, we couldn't wait till New Year's. We're like, fuck this, let's start now. And plus, because Bitcoin was like going so low, we're like, well, we'd be dumb if we didn't buy Bitcoin right now. We looked at the charts. It's like the day chart, the hourly chart, and the weekly chart. We were all like the lowest it's been. So it's like, yeah, let's fucking buy right now. So our little day adventure, because I made a hypothetical calendar of two hypotheticals. One was a 10% and one was a 5%. And actually, let me fucking pull that up just so I have the fun numbers to wrap with. So, and remember that this is purely speculative. It's not actually supposed to be like, if you do this, you will absolutely hit these fucking numbers in this amount of time. No, it was more of if you do this for those number of days throughout the year, you could hit these fucking numbers if you stick with it. The only limitation is sell orders, really.
Right.
You buy as much shit as you want, but for that, like Bittrex just has so much fucking volume. I'm almost not even worried about it. So check this out. So for 5%, if you start day trading $100 on what is it? On January 1st, which is today, and you kept on doing that till April, the end of April, the 30th, which would be, I believe, like 120 days, 121 days. So basically, if you invest $100 and you make 5% profit on every trade, just one time or multiple trades adding up to 5% for that day. But we're just saying fuck it and shooting for one trade a day. And you reinvest all of the fucking profits by day 120 or April 2018, if you do that successfully every day, which will not happen. Let's just clear that up. It's not going to happen. Fucking $30,707 for 120. And like there's a lot of really cool bots and shit out there. We might be working on one, and we could tell you guys about it when we actually launch that. But there's lots of cool stuff out there right now that could help you make these profitable trades. Because the thing with like Wall Street and trading real stocks, you're considered a fucking guru if you could pull in like 10%, like
easily,
like 50% of the time. Like if you do 10%, you're God kind of fucking thing. But with crypto, these things are fucking mooning way past 5% all the time. But I think 5% is like a very, very reasonable. And we were even saying before this call, we were saying, you know what? It's saying for like 4%, 4.5%.
Yeah.
Because fuck it, you're like those are still good good gains when you compound that interest fucking daily. So we said fuck it with the $100, and I went in with $200. You son of a bitch, you should have went in on $200. He went on
I just clicked next.
he went on 250. I should have done the same, but anyways. So now here's a hypothetical with 10%. So if you started trading at 10% every day, starting January 1st, which is today, in the end of March, which would be, so January has 31 days, 28 days, or 50, 59 plus 31, so 90. So at the end of 90 days, trading at 10%, reinvesting 100% of the profit, doing 10% daily, at the end, just with $100, you're looking at $400,120.66.
Yes, exactly. Now, I think the only thing that I'm thinking of for tweaking is, let's say the first 3 days we win. So on 5% trades, so we've made 15% profit. Just as an example.
Yep.
We need to start putting some stop losses in to prevent losing that whole amount. The good thing about crypto is it's not like Forex, where if you put $100 in, if the US dollar goes down 2 cents, you could lose that in 2 seconds. With this, we've seen some drops, right? Heavy drops, and what do you lose? $5. So it's if we make 15%, I say we set a stop loss to like 5%. So if it hits below 5% of when we go in, it just gets us out of that trade, and then we wait till the next day.
So I was thinking about this. I was actually thinking about this last night, because so with our challenge that we did, the very first coin that we went in on, PTOY, we did a little under 5%. I believe it was like 4.5, 4.6 or something like that. Like, it was good. And then we went in on this salt trade. Salt. And it left exactly that taste in our mouths.
Yes.
For the most part. But Anthony here got the fear, and he's like, because I got in at like was it 93,007 or something like that. And you got in 93 range as well, something like that. And then she tanked to like 88, and like, we basically lost all the profit that we got from the other one and a little bit more. And LaRocca was like, I'm getting the fuck out of salt.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? Cool, but I'm going to hold my coins, because, I think this is just a bad dip. It's going to go down, and then it's going to come back up. You really never know, really, but you got to trust your intuition on shit. So one thing that I was thinking is, there's so many multiple different strategies that you could try, really. Because we did, like, with the PTOY, when we left at 4.5%, that was low, because as soon as we bought it, I was watching it live on Bittrex. It fucking mooned. It was like we would have had like 15, 20% if we got out around the high of that one.
Yep.
And then it like settled in at like 4.5%, and it's like, okay, well, that's profitable. Let's just take it out now. And this here's a fucking key for everyone who's just getting started, because there's a lot of people that are just getting started. I'll probably repeat this till I'm fucking blue in the face. I'll probably say this on every single fucking video, and I don't even give a shit. And it's also to remind myself as well, because, there's repeating. But professional traders compared to like newbie novices, the reason why most experts are saying, the people who are shitting their pants that this is happening because it's fucking with their money, are saying that it's like gambling. You know what? To a certain degree, They're right. And of course, if you play the actual stock market, it's kind of like gambling, kind of. If you have a gambling mentality, you know what gambling mentality is? Not knowing what the fuck you're doing. Oh, let's fucking spend a bunch of money on something. Oh, now I got all this shit. Let's wait till it goes up. How high? I don't know. Up. And then it goes up, and then they're like, oh, it's up. Sweet. It's going to keep on going up, right? And then they hold on to it and they don't do anything. Basically, what I'm saying is one of the big takeaways after because LaRocca and I, we research everything that we get into. One of the big things that big takeaway for me is all the professionals, like the professional traders who trade, have goals. That's why I made those 5 and 10% charts. So I could say to myself, my goal is, and it could be a lofty goal. Maybe 5% is too lofty. Maybe 10% is too lofty. The point is, I have a fucking goal. So would I be pissed if I got out at 5%, 10%, and it went to 20%? Yeah, but fuck it. I still made fucking money. It could go to 20%, and that doesn't do you any good if you hold the coin and then it fucking crashes below what you bought it at.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, you need goals. And that's another thing. When it goes low, because with ETN right now, I made some bad trades. I put 1,500 into it, and I was supposed to just hold it. But then I got all excited about this whole day trading thing, and it was the only coin that I owned at the time. So I was like, I'm going to day trade this coin, see what happens. I lost my fucking shirt. So I lost like $250 worth. But guess what? It's basically back at the same fucking value that it was, like, as much as I fucking put into it.
That's
so if
right.
if I kept that fucking shit, I would have been like sitting at, plus 250 whatever fucking profit, which is, like 12% interest in the very first fucking month. Tell me a fucking stock that does that. Tell me one fucking stock that does that. And that's with me losing money. So right now, I have it in my mind right now that, okay, my coins are worth this approximate amount. And my idea is I put 1,500 into that coin. My idea in my mind is my stop loss is if it drops, if I lose more than 500, as soon as it goes, I am not cool with losing more than $500 that I put into that coin specifically.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like, and maybe, hey, it bounces back right away after that. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm fucking pulling out as soon as it goes below 500. The good news is it haven't yet. Has it got close? Yes. The most that I've lost since I got Blockfolio and been checking it obsessively every day.
Me too.
Because before, what I used to do is like manually, like a monkey idiot, I would go to Cryptopia and I would go to my balances. Then I would like copy my balance total, and then I would like go to like Coinbase or like whatever other fucking place, and then I would like manually times that amount. It's like, cool, it's this amount. But then the thing that you got to recognize is like, if you go to like Bitcoin ATM machines or like local Bitcoins or however the fuck you're going to sell your coins, these niggas are fucking, pardon my French. These guys are consistently arbitraging. So they're consistently taking like a bunch of percentage off of it. So it's like, you want to sell me your Bitcoin for cash? Oh, it's worth 20,000 right now, but I'll only pay you 16 for it. And that's just the way. So you have to factor that in. So what the best place that I found right now, and it does take a little while to get approved into it, is
Quadrilix.
Yeah, Quadrilix. So, and even they arbitrage stuff, but they have the lowest arbitrage fee that I've seen. Their arbitrage fee is about 2%. So if I go to Coinbase right here, so I'm gonna go to live trades. I'm just gonna see so you can see the difference of literally what it is. And then I'll open up another site so you can see what the difference of that is. So right now they're selling, you could sell physically Bitcoin for 17,384. Okay. And they'll give you cash for it.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta put in 261.
Did you say 17? 284?
Yeah, you check it.
Yeah, like local Bitcoins guys are giving about 16.2 right now. So you lose
Yeah.
1,000 per Bitcoin.
So Quadra is the best, hands down, that I found so far, and I found it randomly by looking at receipts, or not receipts, by trying to find Bitcoin ATMs.
Yep.
And then I would like click on the information, and like some of them show the information of, oh, we're doing our exchange through these guys, or our service is provided by these guys, blah blah blah. And the cheapest rate that I found was, I was like, oh, this is the cheapest rate that I found because they're paying the most for your coins.
Yep.
Definitely going to research these guys, and that's how I found Quadra. And thank fucking God I found Quadra, because you're gonna 2% on this shit is cheap compared to 10%. 10% adds up fast. So 8% difference adds up fast.
Yes,
Fast
it
as
does.
hell. So, so
Especially
back
if
it
you're
up.
on six figures, if you're talking about 6 or 7 figures, you're trying to
Oh,
withdraw.
buddy. Oh, buddy. So yeah, made a bunch of bad day trades, lost a bunch, but then basically rebound. So I have the stop loss in my mind of, if I lose more than 500 of the 1,500, so if it loses more than, a third of its total value that I put into it, then I'm out. I don't care if the fucking moon's on later or whatever. I'm out. And you have to get over the two things. I'd say you'd have to get over. One is is the fear of like loss, because if you play this game, you're going to lose
Oh
eventually.
yeah.
Like, if you play any game, you're going to lose. So you have to be okay with fucking losing, and not be a pussy about everything. And the other thing is you have to get over the fear of missing out.
Mhm.
'Cause that's a big one. If you get the fear of missing out, you're going to buy at the wrong time. You're going to buy when Bitcoin is $25,000 and then it crashes to 16. You have to.
Absolutely.
It's everyone says it. Everyone says buy low, sell high. It's funny how many people don't actually do it, because there's psychological triggers, there's emotional triggers, there's all kinds of different things going on. You got to, LaRocca's checking Twitter all the time, because news does, just like stock markets, news totally affects this shit. Totally, just exactly like the stock markets. But this
It
is way
does.
more lucrative than the stock markets, because the average person can get into it. And
Yeah.
also, a lot of dumb people are getting into it, so they're pumping their money into it, which only helps the people that know what they're doing. So back to the point about a bunch of people saying, "Oh, this is like gambling." One of my buddies said said a really good rebuttal to that. He's like, "Yeah, gambling with stock charts."
Yeah.
If you learn how to use stock charts, you look at 5-minute reports, 15-minute stock changes, half an hour, day, 3-day, week, month, year, like, come on now. Like, no one knows what the market is going to do, but charts, yeah, gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on with it. Because usually the best predictor of the future is the past, hands down. And, let's say, for example, something hits, let's say with Bitcoin, even though it's actually a really bad example. So let's say with, I don't know, with P-Toy, she hit I don't know, it was like 10,000 or whatever it was. Not dollars, but 10,000 Bitcoin, like point one. When we say all these numbers, it's like points zero zero whatever. So let's say its max was 10,000, right? Um, so and let's say right now it's six, and you buy in at six.
Yep.
You could say in your mind, hey, it's hit 10 before. I'm going to buy and hold and wait till it goes to 10. Well, guess what? Sure, that's a little bit more risky, but I would say just fucking play it safe. Be like, you know what? I'd be totally happy if it fucking hit seven, or totally happy if it hit eight, because it's way more likely to do that than to magically go back to its top peak immediately, kind of thing. Like, always go under what you think the peak was, because when you look at the trends don't just return to the peak of where they were. They either go above the peak or they go just slightly below the peak. Like with salt, and this is what I was going to say that pissed me off. I didn't tell you this actually. So LaRocca here sold all his coins. When did you sell? So you got in at
Just pulling it
93.
up now. Got in 93, got out at 90.5.
90? Okay. So
Yeah.
it's not bad. You
90.
lost like what, $15 or something?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not bad. Whatever. So it says
Exactly.
you're still even because you made $15 on the other trade. So whatever. So or about that. I don't have your number
Yeah, the
because you got
balance now is
you got
about even.
250. I got 200. We were supposed to have the same amount. You son of a bitch.
Well, by the time you take 250 from Coinbase over, it works out to be like 225.
Yeah. Well, mine was after the fees, after all the bullshit. Mine was 173.
Yeah. So basically, it works out to be 179 American is what I
Yep.
deposited, and I have 178 dollars and 32 cents. So really broke even so far.
Yep.
So and to me that's playing it smart. But if you what did it salt hit now? It's at
I think it's hovering around 92
90
still.
no 90.590,
Okay. Yeah.
which
Fine.
which is
It's
about
92 earlier. It was 92 yesterday. So this is the thing that pisses me off, and this is the brilliance of Blockfolio. So
mhm.
if I had a friend, my close friend Manyak, came over from Red Deer. She, lives out of town, so she's one of my best friends. We visited with her. Fucking girl though, is restless as fuck and always wants to do something. Always wants to go dancing or whatever the fuck it is. Personally, for myself, I would have been completely happy as a pig in shit, peas and pod, whatever, just chilling at home for New Year's. I don't fucking care about New Year's. I don't care about birthdays. I don't care about Christmas. I don't care about any fucking holidays. It's just another day, people. It's just
Yep.
another fucking day. All right. But I was like, okay, fuck it, fine. She wants to go out, I'll go out for her, and went out with Jason, who's my brother-in-law, and my sister. So I said, okay, so with Cryptopia and a bunch of other stuffs, they don't give you alerts when a coin hits a certain amount. They don't send you an email. You don't get a notification on your phone. Nothing. With Blockfolio, they got all their APIs and they set it up. They must have spent a lot of fucking money on that app. Seriously.
Yep.
Fucking like they're fucking serious people who made Blockfolio. So they got APIs all set up. You could go into any coin and you could add an alert. So let's say you bought Ptoy at 92, just like us, and you could say, okay, I want to get out around 95. So what you would do is, if you didn't set a sell order already, which you should also put in a sell order on whatever exchange it is anyways,
Mhm.
just for fun, you should, what I do is I had a little alert for just below that sell order. Like, say I want to sell at 95, I'll put an alert for 94. But in Ptoy or Salt's case, we bought in at 92, and I wanted to sell at 975.
Right.
Okay. And I still have my sell in order for 975. And so I put in an alert for 95, right? Just below so you could like go in and like watch the money being moved around. So I
Absolutely.
was so I was out at fucking New Year's not drinking, like drink alcoholic free beverages and shit, and all these stupid drunk people around, and fucking just a bunch of idiots. Lots of hot chicks though, so that was cool. Uh, but then I get a fucking alert on my phone. Oh, salt hit fucking 95.
There you go.
And I was like, oh, great. I can't do anything because I'm out here with all these fucking dumb drunk people. And I didn't even really want to come here, but I just came here because I wanted to, you know, be there for a friend who always wants to do shit.
Yeah.
Fuck my life. But at the same time, if I was at home, would have I sold at 95 or would have I held out till 97.5? That's the thing is I think it's one of those things where, once you do it more and more and more, then you could get used to it. Then you could be like, oh well, you know what? Fuck it. 95 is good enough because that's going to be like a 7.5% trade kind of thing. Because the 975 is like I forget it was like a 10% trade or something like that. It's yeah, so
We had someone jump in our chat room.
oh really?
Jim Crystal, he says, if you're sick of these Bitcoin fees, check out Railblocks.
It could be a bot, but
Rail,
hey.
yeah. So let's see here. Just for the shits. I'll just share my screen. All right, let's look at Railblocks. I have heard of XRB, but I've never checked it out. Railblocks.
Here's another one. So I was doing so you were saying you had Ripple woes. I don't really have woes, but I'm just interested and I'm just like I'm watching it and I'm setting alerts and shit on Blockfolio.
Yes.
But one thing I think fuck it. Eventually this year I am going to get in on Verge, man. Verge, it's going to happen. I don't know when. And set some alarms. Fuck the bots. Fuck everything. Just wait till it goes to a certain number and do it old school and wait till it goes up back to a certain number, or for better for worse. And that was another thing is so you got the fear of loss on Salt when it hit like 88. You got back in at around like 90. So your loss wasn't that bad. But what motivated you to sell was definitely the fear of loss. 100%.
I'm not. I don't look at it as a fear at all because it's only $200. I look at it as it's a daily contest and a daily goal of 5%. So I want to keep it that way. So I look at where my entry was, the direction, the amount of volume of selling that was happening. I was just like, you know what, I'm out. That was it.
Yeah.
Pretty laid back decision.
Yeah.
Logical and technical. But at the same time, grow some bigger balls and stay in the trade. It's up to you. But I also want to look at. I don't want to stay in a trade longer than a day, anyways. I want to be in a new trade every day. So that's why I was like, fuck it.
So with our whole challenge, I think it's a good idea for us to even have some goals within that. It's like, I think realistically, it's like, you know what? If she moons like within half an hour above 10%, I'm just going to fucking get out right away from now on.
Yeah.
Anything over 10%, I'm fucking out. And I'll wait to see what happens after 10%. But then put in my order like almost right away kind of fucking thing. And then
I was going to say, let's pull up Telegram.
Yeah.
See what the heck's going on in there. We use and there is no signals for at least half an hour.
Okay.
I've noticed a ton of sell signals today, not a lot of buy signals, which means typically it's the same as Forex. That's why the first week after New Year's, horrible on the markets.
Yeah.
The week before Christmas, everyone does a bunch of selling so they can have money for gifts, which
Yep.
is so retarded.
Yep.
And then after New Year's, it's people that didn't see the price go back up, so they get scared. But
Yep.
those two drops cause people that are hunters to just enter market. Bitcoin is a beautiful time to get in right now. It's at a nice low. I plan on getting in this week when my Coinbase limit is gone again. And
Yeah, what's my limit at still? Are
two,
you how many
250.
days do you got left, bro?
I'll check. Let me check.
I forget if I'm ahead of you or you're they got like a verification thing now, hey? 703.
Yep.
Which is good. Like any extra layer of security is a fucking good thing.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
I got 11 days, bro. How about you?
8 days.
Oh shit. You know what? I actually got a sales call I got to jump on.
All right.
But so I got to leave this call real quick. I don't know if I could rejoin it after this person most likely doesn't pick up. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to call them.
Yeah, why don't you turn your camera, your mic off for 5 minutes? I'll take a break.
Yeah, I'm just going to, I'm going to call them through my computer and see if they pick up. Most likely, bold prediction is they won't because everyone's flaked out today on their fucking scheduled sales calls. Idiots.
Okay, I'll be back in
Motherfuckers.
a couple minutes.
Yeah, 1 second here. See if they pick up. I'm thinking they're not going to pick up.
Hello?
Hello, is Brian there?
Yes, he is. Just a second.
Oh my God, they picked up. All right, I got to run. You guys have a great day. Cheerio.
All right. What's up, everybody? I just got word from Dave. Oh, let's get camera back. Just got word from Dave that he's gonna be on a pretty lengthy call. So that's the end of episode 1. Just, we're gonna just jump on these with no schedule. Just whenever we feel like we want to talk about crypto, we talk about it every single day. So instead of, just chatting or just shooting the shit on Vox or WhatsApp or phone call, why don't we just make these videos? So we're going to do that. And we're going to keep dropping knowledge bombs to you guys as often as possible. Slowly start to structure it so we can be recommending more things for you guys. And just every time we're making some money, we're going to share with you how we're doing it and the amount. And, we just want to make 2018 and beyond a kick-ass year, and look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.